Hey everybody, it's Hannah B with Spirit of Health in Kansas City. And I don't know if you noticed anything new about me lately, if you may have come into the store. But Seth and I, my husband and I, are expecting our first baby at the end of January. So we're super excited. It's actually just a really great miracle from God and an awesome testimony. And so I just wanted to share with you briefly what happened, and then we want to talk about some herbs that you can take for pregnancy because we're doing the Herb Time Live on herbs for pregnancy. And so basically for the past few years, I've had a lot of different health issues that I've been working through, and I've just slowly been improving by partnering with God in the way that I eat and cleansing. And this last fast that I did in May, it was more targeting on my reproductive system, because my husband and I have almost been married for 5 years and we hadn't conceived in about 4. And I was also just having really rough periods, really bad cramps, just to be vulnerable with you. And so I was knowing that that area was needing some healing. And so I did take about 30 days of my time back in May to do a really intense cleanse of mostly juice and a lot of fruit and some vegetables with lots and lots of herbs. And so as I was doing that, I found out on day 28 that I was pregnant. And so it was really a miracle. I feel like it was just a combination of partnering with the Lord in what I ate and fasting and cleansing, but also a few days before I found out, he started speaking to me about faith and faith to move the mountains, and basically reminding me that he is my number one healer and to turn to him first and foremost, and that partnering with God with herbs and food is amazing and you should do that because you're taking care of your temple. But he just was reminding me that he is the healer and not to ever stop pressing in for his miracles. So it was just awesome to see him come through and break through and speak to me like that, and then on a fast, which was really cool. So I just want to encourage all the ladies out there who are having trouble with conceiving, and maybe you've been trying as long as me or even longer, but just remember there's hope, and just to never stop pressing in for God's miracles. Maybe just ask him even if you're supposed to partner with him in a better diet or even a cleanse or a fast, or even just pressing in with prayer and scripture and declaring that over your body, or a combination of the two. Just seek him because he knows. He is the Lord, he is our healer, and he's amazing, and he does bring breakthrough. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. Anyways, we will move on now to the practicals of just some things to be taking during pregnancy. And so the basics are, of course, your prenatal. And so we do carry 2 companies of prenatals here. One is Pure Synergy, the other is Mega Food. And so you can see them over here. They actually do include herbs that are really good for pregnancy as well. And they're from completely natural plant-based sources. And so you don't have, those synthetic prenatals that you can find elsewhere, which is really nice. And another thing would be minerals, because your body is building a baby. And so it's just very important to make sure your diet is great, you're getting lots of vitamins, nutrients, minerals. I've actually been rotating between these 2, the BioOcean minerals. We do recommend the isotonic for pregnant women, which is the 0.9. They do say that it's very good for fetal development and even for babies after they come out of the womb too. Minerals in general are, but we had a training with this company that specifically mentioned that. And then also the plant-based minerals that we love are the Inner Vitality. So either of these or rotating between those 2 are great. And then you can take a greens powder, you can take like a rainbow powder. This one's called Spectrum Vibrance. It has like all the colors of the rainbow in it for just different foods, and it's very nutrient dense. I actually was taking this during the first trimester. And yeah, like I said, greens powders, we have some in bulk, we have some in containers, we have tons of that stuff. So very high in minerals, very high in vitamins. So that would be great to take as well. And then like I was saying, diet is huge. So one thing that's been helping me keep on track is just knowing that I'm doubly accountable now for myself and for the life that God has put in my womb. And so I am just thinking of everything that I'm putting into my body is going directly to my baby. And so that really helps keep me accountable with any cravings I might have and making healthier choices with that. And so I really try to think on a daily basis, like if I've had enough fruits, enough vegetables, I really try to go for the greens, the salads. Even if I'm not feeling it, I'll try to go for it, or at least a lot of fruit. And you can, of course, get some other great nutrient-dense foods in there too, but fruits and vegetables are just loaded with vitamins and minerals. So yeah, eating healthy for your baby, that's huge. I was also going to mention a few products for each trimester, and some of them you might use during multiple trimesters, but the first trimester, nausea and morning sickness, of course, are very common. And so just wanted to mention a few things that can help you out, ladies. Actually, one of the drinks that was kind of a lifesaver for me during the first trimester when I was having some nausea was the Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the ginger spice. I pretty much drink this like every day, I think, and it really helped. So that one is awesome. And then we do carry a line called Wish Garden, you might have heard of. It's actually a line made by midwives. It's a midwifery line, in other words. And they made an entire line for pregnancy specifically. And so if you're trying to target a certain issue, but you aren't quite sure what herbs are safe for pregnancy, what herbs are not, you can go for the Wish Garden because you know that the herbs are safe unless your midwife tells you otherwise, of course. But they have one called Calmatum for pregnancy, and this is great for morning sickness. They also have a liver strengthener that Vaughn has okayed to take for any nausea, morning sickness issues like that. I just recommend burning off the alcohol with this one, so you can just put it in like really hot water and let it sit for a little bit. That way the alcohol is completely gone. The alcohol content in the pregnancy line specifically is totally safe for pregnancy. Another one would be the Gentle Liver Cleanse tea that Vaughn okays for pregnancy, just to help again with that nausea and morning sickness if you're more of a tea person. So we have those options for morning sickness. For energy, I would say the herbal iron for pregnancy is a very good go-to because that can be often what your body needs if it's lacking energy, especially in the first trimester. You're building all kinds of blood for the baby and for you. And so we do have one that's also just herbal iron for adults that they're moving to. They said it's the same formula, but again, I would probably just burn off the alcohol with the adult formula. And so we do have a few of the pregnancy ones left still, but just so you know for future, they're moving to the adult version only. So you can also take beetroot powder or support your adrenal glands for energy. And so for adrenal support, you can do things like the Soleil method, which is basically just concentrated sea salt water. You can also do some adaptogenic herbs. Vaughn okays the adaptogen power blend that we have in our bulk section. And there's lots of great things. Like I actually love holy basil and ashwagandha for my adrenal glands. I feel like it's really helped to just calm me, soothe me, relieve stress, and it also can help support the thyroid as well. So if you kind of have a thyroid weakness or you might sense that you do, then those two herbs are great for supporting that. Others during the pregnancy or the first trimester is Welcome Womb, which we actually sadly don't carry anymore because it is a birth practitioner product only now, but it is a great formula for just supporting the uterus, preventing miscarriage, and you can get that through your midwife and possibly your OBGYN as well. And so another one would just be the Porphyria, which is a natural progesterone cream, because it is important, especially in the first trimester, to make sure that your progesterone levels are high enough to support the baby, and that does help prevent miscarriage as well. So that is something that I've been using throughout the entire pregnancy, just that natural progesterone cream, which helps increase those levels. For the second trimester, which I've really been enjoying, it's true, it does get better, hopefully, for most women anyways. I know I've heard sad stories where women are sick through the entire pregnancy, but I think that is just key where diet comes in, where, you know, just trying to cleanse as best as you can before the pregnancy can really help. So anyways, the second trimester, try to get your exercise in always, but especially while you're feeling good, And so walking is great. There's actually a prenatal Pilates class that the owner's wife, Jen Lawrence, teaches along with Sarah Roberts. And they do it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Although I think the next couple of weeks is a little bit different, so you might want to check out the online schedule. But it's been great. I've been trying to attend every week, and they work on strengthening the pelvic floor. They work on strengthening your arms for holding baby, strengthening your legs. They teach you labor positions. They give you tips, and they usually pray over you at the end too, which is really awesome. So I want to encourage all the pregnant ladies out there, if you're local to Kansas City, come check out the Pregnancy for Pilates, or Pilates for Pregnancy class. It's awesome. It really is. And so I know it can also help with giving birth and just making it easier. So yeah, it's an awesome resource. So get your exercise in, your chiropractic care if you need it, prenatal massage. I've had a couple of prenatal massages now, and they are absolutely amazing. I do recommend for KC locals, Mary Beth Mosteller. She is absolutely amazing. And I know my coworkers would probably agree with me. So yes, she's awesome. What else do I have? Stress. Okay, yeah, because stress can be a huge thing during pregnancy. Emotionally, getting outside, getting sunshine, fresh air, spending time with the Lord and prayer, those are so important. And then just physically, things like magnesium. I've been doing the magnesium oil foot soaks, or just putting the gel on my feet at night. And the oil is supposed to be the most absorbable form, so that can really help with stress levels, with cramping, with sleep. So magnesium is great for pregnancy, and we've definitely heard a lot about that as well from a lot of our other pregnant women that come in the store. Holy basil, again, is a great one. Relaxation tea is actually one of my favorites for me because my adrenals kind of tend to be on the more high-wired side. And so this really just calms you down. It helps support your adrenal glands. It's great to take at night before you go to bed because it's really relaxing, obviously, and it makes you want to go to sleep. And so I love this tea so much. Essential oils I was going to recommend as well because that can just be very soothing and beneficial to the body. For anyone who may be struggling with like swelling or kidney issues during pregnancy, I know Vaughn has said before that our kidney cleanse tea is actually okay for pregnant women. And of course, like with all of these tips and everything, you want to consult your midwife or OB/GYN just to make sure. But these are just suggestions for you to try and ask about if you want. For the third trimester, there are 3 herbs that are very beneficial for just in general throughout the pregnancy, but sometimes they're brought in more so towards the 3rd trimester. And so the first one is alfalfa. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about alfalfa. We have the alfalfa juice powder, and it is organic. We sell it in our bulk section in prepackaged bags as well on the shelf. And it is the juice powder, so it's more concentrated, which is great. It has so much to it, the alfalfa. It's super great for blood building and preventing hemorrhage when you're giving childbirth. It's an alkalizer. It's super high in vitamins and minerals. Vitamin K, which is the one that helps with the blood clotting. It helps increase milk supply. It helps ease morning sickness because it's a liver detoxifier, actually. And there's tons of other benefits too. I wrote them down here. It reduces cholesterol levels and plaque deposits. It lowers blood pressure, balances hormones, fights against fungal issues, allergies, joint pain, immune system, healthy digestion. So it's just great for anyone in general, but especially pregnant women. And so I think most midwives I've heard are recommending about a half a tablespoon of this daily. But yeah, you would just want to check with yours. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to take too much, but I would just check. I'm encapsulating mine because I don't like the taste that much. But we also have tablets too that are just the regular alfalfa powder if you would rather do that. So the other herb I was going to bring up was red raspberry leaf because it is known to be the best single herb for total uterine health. And so you can take that in a tea form, probably a tincture form. I don't know if we actually have a tincture, but we do have the capsules too. And I take the capsules because I'm more of a capsule person. But I just say take what you will actually take on a daily basis or as often as you need. If you're a tincture person, go for a tincture. If you're a tea person, go for tea. If you're a capsule person, go for capsules. And so a few other things about the red raspberry leaf that we love is that there's such a long list of vitamins and minerals that the uterus actually needs to work efficiently. And red raspberry leaf actually has almost all of them. And so it helps tone the muscles of the pelvic region, helps with the uterus. It actually can assist with an easier birth and morning sickness, lactation, development in the fetus, improving circulation, cleansing and strengthening the blood. So this one has so many benefits too. I've actually been taking alfalfa and red raspberry leaf for most of the pregnancy so far, even though I'm not quite in the 3rd trimester yet, but I'm definitely going to up the alfalfa juice once I get there. So the other one is nettle. That's another great herb. You usually find these 3 in a lot of pregnancy teas. And we do have, by the way, our own pregnancy tea in our bulk section that we sell that's a loose leaf. Or we do have the traditional medicines pregnancy tea that's already prepackaged. So I know this one has all 3 of those in it and some other herbs as well. I think this one does too. I'd have to look, but both are really good. So the nettle is also very nutrient dense, and it's also an alkalizer like the alfalfa juice powder. It's a blood builder, so it's great for low iron levels and fatigue. It has tons of other benefits, but it's been traditionally used throughout pregnancy to stop hemorrhaging during childbirth. And so it's actually one of the best all-around women's tonics. So those 3 are awesome herbs for pregnancy. I already mentioned the pregnancy tea. And so I was just going to give you actually a few other resources for herbs on pregnancy. You can go to our website, so it's just spiritofhealthkc.com, and if you type in the search box just pregnancy, you should see an article, and it says how to take herbs during pregnancy. And so I think either Vaughn or Jen or both of them wrote that, and they really go through a lot of guidance with that, and even a list of pregnancy safe herbs, which is so helpful because obviously there are some herbs that you would want to avoid during pregnancy. And so we also have a pregnancy newsletter that you can sign up for at the bottom of that link, I believe, and that will give you even more information. And then the last thing is on our YouTube channel. If you just go to Spirit of Health KC, you can look under our playlists and find the pregnancy health playlist, and that will actually have a lot of videos by Vaughn and Jen, and they have shared a lot on their own pregnancy journey and just a lot of wisdom that they have. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage you to check those things out. And thank you so much for watching today. We just love you guys so much. We appreciate your support, and we are looking forward to seeing you next time. So thanks for watching.